think licensing's in a great place. I think our licensors are doing the best job they've ever done, getting their content out into every media imaginable and getting out to the kids and getting out to the adults. And I think the retailers and licensees are reacting well. If you look in Australia, the likes of Big W are taking a huge position in it. Target have identified that they can double and triple their business. Kmart, the mass market guys, even Coles and Woolies. And then specialty chains like Cotton On, Peter Alexander, JJ's, Supre, EB Games, Zing are all winning in their own space. So they're all enjoying what these brands are bringing to their customers and that their customers are bringing into store. So I see that growing in the next 12 months and I see it being in a really good place. The next trend, I think everyone looks for the new shiny thing, but I think what the big retailers, licensees and everyone has on their table in front of them is still powering. The big entertainment companies are doing a great job delivering. But on the horizon, gaming is something that everyone is really starting to identify, the likes of Fortnite, which my son is addicted to. I think will give the superheroes and a lot of the boys brands a real wake up. And then I think the corporate and lifestyle sector is very undercooked in Australia and I think has huge potential for growth. Look, I think that lifestyle and corporate is an area that has massive potential. As an example, we've just partnered with BuzzFeed and they have a brand Tasty. BuzzFeed alone have 9 billion content views every month. They have 650 million active users and they do 600 new pieces of content every single day. And under that is their brand Tasty. So Tasty has 1.9 billion views per month via 620 million active users. They've got 130 million people on Facebook in America, more than 11 million active Facebook users in Australia. So they've taken that brand and they've gone into Walmart in America. They've done a huge partnership where they have a Tasty range of hard goods and cooking. They're about to go into food. They bring their power of their audience into Walmart. It is absolutely flying. And through that, they're expanding their reach, they're expanding their touch points, they're making fantastic revenues and their brand is growing substantially. So we will do the same in Australia as an example, with more than 10 million, 11 million active viewers on Facebook and more stats than you can poke a stick at. It's one of those brands where if you can explain to a retailer and the partnership what they can actually bring, it is quite amazing. And I think brands like that on the corporate side will start to change the landscape of licensing in Australia. I think the sports guys have done a fantastic job on their hardcore base. It is very hard in a small market like Australia. You've got rugby union and league up north, you've got AFL down south, you've got cricket and tennis and soccer and all kinds of different things. It does make it a challenge. The likes of Rebel Sport have really capitalised on that, but I think the big sports brands haven't really executed mass well. And I think there's a big opportunity for them to increase their reach, increase their market presence, increase their revenues, and really the touch points of their brand in Australia. I think there's a big opportunity for them. If I look in America at how they've done it and compare it to here, I think there's a big upside on how they could execute, and I think it's something that we will see a lot more of in the next couple of years. Very good question, Tony. I think it's all upside from here. I think the licensors are executing well. The retailers are getting the benefit of that. They're seeing it as a core reason to drive customers into their store. They make full margin on potentially higher priced products. Specialty is executing well. There's big opportunities on people like Chemist Warehouse, the mass market guys, and it's all looking good from that point of view. I think the retailers, whilst a lot of them have got into price wars, are now looking at a point of difference for their customer and a reason to drive their customer into store, and brands can do that. They might be kids brands, adult brands, sports brands, corporate brands. They give the retailers and they give the licensees and our partners a reason and a point of difference in store. And the way that they're executing is the best I've seen in a very long time. And what it's doing is, because everyone's getting the success, I do see it growing. I see it growing into different fields, into hard lines, into pharmacy, into mass, into supermarkets. Even on the hardware side, there's lots of things in America that you do see around that haven't been executed yet here. So I think as part of the licensing industry and what Lima is driving, that it's making a lot of these partners aware of the possibilities in different areas that they haven't imagined yet, in being able to bring customers into their store. And I see the next 12, 24 months as a very strong growth period in licensing in Australia.